Hey, what is up everyone? This is Typhus, long time no see, and today we're going to be taking a look at this thing, which I cannot for the life of me pronounce the name. The Qiao Gundam Artemie and Xiao Qiao Archer. I'm sorry, that sounds racist, I apologize. For those who are wondering, this is from the SD Gundam World Sangoku Soketsuden line from 2019, which was 6 years ago. God, I feel so old. And yes, you do get to build two versions of this kit, the Gundam Artemie and the GN Archer. But we're going to be taking a look at the Gundam Artemie first before we convert it into the GN Archer. And a note to everyone, I have painted this thing using painted markers, Doloha markers, and of course some of the stickers, I mean all of the stickers. And yeah, it does look good because without the stickers it would look bad. And the back here, yes, I painted it, but no one's gonna see the back, so who even cares? Just to give you an idea on how good the detail is, it does look great. The clear plastic does elevate the look of it. I will say though, the panel that's on the mouth really does look weird, and I regret panel lining that thing. But it's a detail if you adore. Some people adore it, some people don't. And I especially don't like this little clear here, not because it's hollow, but because it's too big. Which is why we'll convert it into the GN Archer later. Let's go into articulation. The head can look up that far on a hinge joint. It can look down not that much. It can rotate on a ball joint, although it's limited due to the shoulder pads. The shoulders can move in and out slightly, although it's just on the joint here. You can rotate. The arms are on ball joints, so they can rotate all the way around just like a ball joint would do. There's no elbow bend, which is a bit of a letdown, but you do get wrist swivel. The waist is on a combination of a hinge here and a rotation, and that's about it. Also, why does it have so big boobas? What the heck, man? Boobies. The front skirts can move somewhat. It's hard to show, but it's hard to show actually. It does move, I can guarantee you that much. The side skirts can move up and can rotate slightly. These are gold injection molding. The legs can kick forwards about that much. They can kick back about that much before being hindered by the back skirt, which is long. This will play into later. Outwards movement is decent, although not that much. I don't know if it's possible to see the bend at the knee, but there it is. You're not going to be using that much, considering how the skirt works. And of course, you get a down, up, rotation, and slight pivot. Not a whole lot, honestly. So yeah, the articulation on the Gundam Artemie SD isn't that much to begin with. Again, it's just SD, what do you expect? Before we convert this into the GN Archer, I want to point out that all of the other accessories can be held in this shamisen that they include. As you can see, those are the parts. And that little SD card there, that's for the Gundam Artemie. And for the GN Archer, it's the red one right there. And yeah, this is all clear parts of a sticker, but we'll get into this more later. I just want to point out, you can store the accessories for the Artemie, but at the same time, you can't really make the shamisen into one. Is this even called a shamisen? I'll have to check this out later. I don't want to be racist in this video. So to convert the Gundam Artemie into the GN Archer, first, what you want to do is remove this hairpiece. You want to remove the front skirt here, the back skirt here because it's tight. You want to remove the boob section. And it's a bit hard because it is on joints, so be careful. The best way to do it is remove the head, and you gotta pray to God you don't break any pegs, and that's about it. Remove everything, to which you essentially get this abomination. Taking parts for this section right here. First, put on the chest section, make sure it clips on, like so. The skirt section here, the short one goes to the back, like so. The long one goes to the front. Take the ponytail, plug it onto the peg up here. This visor goes into this hole through that peg, and like so. Just like before, you can put the Gundam Artemie parts on the shamisen parts, but I'm not gonna do that because when I use the weapon afterwards. Just wanna let you know you can do this. Here is the GN Archer. Now the red parts do make this thing look different to the Gundam Artemie, where it was white and yellow, this one is white and red. And I honestly love this more than the Gundam Artemie form, as you can see how much pink detail I added on. Now the back doesn't really change that much given that this was the front section of the Gundam Artemie, so this is definitely different. But I love the GN Archer more. I usually display it like this more than any other of its forms, and you can see the visor covers up the face, showing a bit of the eyes right in there. So the articulation is the same, I'm not gonna go through it, let's just go to the weapons. So here is the only accessory you get with this model kit, basically just a musical instrument, and you can plug it into the hand by removing this. Before we do that, there are actually two modes you can do with this weapon. First of all is the Gatling gun option, where you just rotate this to the front. It should work easily, more easily said than done actually. So you get it all done, there's the Gatling gun part, and this is mainly used for the Gundam Artemie. GN Archer, her weapon is an axe, and this part right here just flips up to reveal the axe section. Not that much damage if you really think about it. Removing that part, sliding the hand in, and covering it with this section, and you get to hold it like so. Doesn't look all that bad given the SD standards, and I gotta say it is a very big weapon and she can hold it no problem. As you can see here, no weight issues. Very, very great weapon. Size comparison time, here it is next to Blokees Ultraman Blazer 5 Armor and Blokees Galaxy Defender Optimus Prime. And here it is side by side with the SD EX Standard Gundam Aerial and the Gundam Barbatos High Grade, which I have upgraded using metal parts. I will cover this in my TikTok account or in the YouTube Shorts. Be on the lookout for that. So, final thoughts on the SD World Soketsuden, Gundam Artemie, and GN Archer. And honestly, it's a really fun kit. If you can get behind it not being color accurate out of the box, coming with that many stickers, it still looks great. But if you decide to paint it, it would bring out the most out of this model kit. Now, let's start with the negatives. Obviously, being a 2-in-1 kit, you really have to buy two of this to make both versions. What I mean by that is, you can have the Gundam Artemie or the GN Archer, but you can never have both at the same time. Therefore, you need to buy both of these kits to display these twin sisters. And yes, these are twin sisters. The amount of accessories might also be lacking to some, but to that I say, it's SD. Don't expect that many accessories to begin with. But the clear parts more than make up for it, which is a great transition into its positives. The clear parts really do pop with this kit. The colors are vibrant. I really love that. And this is one of the few model kits where you really get to have Gundam Artemie, because as far as I know, Gundam Artemie doesn't have a lot of merchandise to begin with. That goes for the GN Archer as well. So really, this is a good package for people who love the GN Archer and the Gundam Artemie with a bit of a Sangoku era design aspect to it. And just like you've seen throughout this review, I do like the GN Archer more than I love the Gundam Artemie due to the colors popping out more with that red on white on gold, as opposed to Gundam Artemie, which is mostly yellow on gold and white. And that's just a personal preference. If you love both versions or one or the other, that's up to you. But anyway, that is all for this review. Thank you so much for watching. And of course, I'll see you next time. Take care, everyone.